Hello everyone, welcome back to Falcon Reach, where we are continuing our wonderful hillside town. And last episode we started work on our windmill and storage, hillside kind of barn. And it has been a few in-game days for sure since the last recording, and that's just mainly due to the fact that I was under siege a lot because I was trying to get a bunch of off-camera stuff done for you guys, so you guys come into a good building episode. But I was pretty much attacked every day for the past 6 in-game days. So it's day 66 now. It's in the morning. Not much has changed, though there are a few things that are pretty much done. The bank barn over here is completed. It has a nice kind of frame into the mountainside using fieldstone and Nordic shingles. And I added even a little pinap banner. So that looks pretty cool. On the inside, it's not quite fully finished. There's still a few little things to work on, but okay, we just gained a new migrant. I'll deal with that a bit later. So we can keep storage unit things here, some wood, or some ore, some food storage, some miscellaneous storage underneath the stairs. There's even a treasure chest tucked kind of in the back corner there. The upper floor is probably going to be a bunch of tool chests, armory type of things like that. And as well, off camera, I have been working on the windmill. And you can see I have pretty much raised it up to where the circle kind of starts here. And it will hopefully start looking very nice in a little bit. Let me finish off the roof. There was a roof piece missing apparently. So you can kind of see what we went for. We have this kind of outer wide area, and then an intake, and then we have our cylinder that's going to go up the sides, most likely to the cap of the map in terms of height, which isn't that much taller. It's only about 12 more blocks. So we're going to see if I can do 6 tall added on to what's already there, and pretty much get started. I want to try and finish the windmill today. So we're just going to pretty much drag up our walls here. There we go. And again, you can use the arrow keys to do vertical movements when you are building. So that's roughly how tall the cylinder part is going to be. We're also going to attach kind of a squared off section, just like Freeport, its windmill. It had a kind of a box that the actual windmill blade attached to. And so we'll be hanging that off this right side here. I actually don't need to buy any solid ingots. The miners have been busy, as you know, they are pretty much working non-stop down there. I'm going to scroll down so you guys can see the mine. And I have found a whole bunch of iron, which is great. Found a whole bunch of copper, which is good too because you can turn copper into iron. And we are actually, if I bring up my process resources, we're starting to make our mithril, which is great. I'm going to track this. Now, I'm using the coal and solid ingots to do it because, one, my blacksmith isn't quite high enough yet to just smelt normal mithril ore. And 2, we don't really have much mithril ore. But at this point, I'm actually going to try and gather up all the coal that's kind of sticking around in our mines, not doing anything, because that will allow us to kind of progress. Let's find some more coal. Here's some. Good. I know there's a bunch on this layer, which, sure, digging the floor up here is actually kind of detrimental, as it will kind of poke a hole in the ceiling of the layer below, but that's not too big of a problem as long as we don't block off a whole path. Okay, bring up the walls all the way, just so we can see everything here. Look at all this unmined coal. This will give I think our miners some much needed experience. There's even some copper and silver that I missed. It's always good to take a kind of glance around every now and then, because you might have missed some things. And in fact, there's another thing you can do with mining. I'm too lazy to do it, but if I come down here into our mine and actually raise up the ceiling level, you can see the ceiling. The ceiling actually has ore in it. There's actually some iron and copper here, and you can go back through and actually collect all this, but you had to build a scaffolding underneath each thing to collect it, and really, for me, it's not really time efficient to do so. Down here, I doubt there'll be much, as it's kind of sharing the floor surface of the floor above, as you can see here. So, it's really only applicable to the top floor of your mine. Let's go ahead and head out. The other thing we have been working on between the episodes is I've been building up this plateau. And this is going to be another farming plateau, which would be nice. This will be kind of the last farm in terms of just fields that we'll have. And then I might make maybe another small plateau down here for some more animals, but we haven't really met the maximum of animals, I don't think, in our livestock pen. So right now it's fine where it is. How we're gonna get to this little plateau though is here. I'm kind of etched away the wall for now, and this will eventually turn into a wooden bridge that goes out here, and you can see it's actually kind of floating above the ground starting about this point. You know, we'll just merge over. We haven't built anything like a bridge just yet, and I remember our last town having a really epic bridge. So maybe some more bridges would be cool to do. Back here, behind the windmill, I want to eventually plan out the production district, or something like it. So construction, utility, scaffolding. Alright, so let's go ahead and get up here to this new layer. And as you guys know, building in this tight confined space is not really the most user-friendly. Mainly due to just the amount of kind of finagling you have to do with the scaffolding to try and make it accessible. But this will hopefully allow our people to get up almost to the top. And then we had to worry about how they're going to actually get even higher up here so they can have access to the flat point for the windmill blade. In which case I still have to even center that on the side of the building, just to make sure, like say if we start the windmill blade about right up here where my mouse is, that would be cool, except for the fact that the windmill could go down its full length here, but not up all the way, because we would run into the ceiling of the map. So that'll be... Stop. Goblin? Okay, Goblin. Gotcha. So we'll send our 3 infantrymen. The Goblin's going to shoot our thatch roof for some reason. And we'll rush him. Ellie takes the lead. And he's dead. There we go. We got 21 mithril, which is pretty good. I queued up 40 of it. So there is 19 left to do or so. This will maybe get her to level 16. And if we look at weapons, not enough for a halberd. That's a shame. I really want to get a halberd at some point. Let's look at some armor, maybe. You know, armet would be pretty good. That's 28% damage reduction. I mean, I think everyone right now is wearing hauberk, which is 16. So this helmet by itself is like 12% more damage reduction. But that requires level 20. So I could do great helms here soon. I could do it now, but I think I'd rather work on chest piece. So let's see what a curious. We can do breastplates. You know, we're gonna maintain breastplates in storage. 2 of them. We'll maintain 2 of the great helms. And 2 heater shields. And eventually we'll want the tower shield for the 20% block chance. But 15% is still that extra 5% chance to take 0 damage, which will be a big help in the army. It's already nighttime, so I'm going to keep building through the night, and hopefully in the morning we'll be back and attempt to finish the windmill. Okay, welcome to day 67, early morning. We are at full height of the cylinder, and we are going to now hopefully build the box to this wonderful structure. I just hope it doesn't turn out too weird, as these things do have a small tendency to do so. Mainly because I just can't get quite the full height required for what I want, but hopefully you guys will like it at least. So that's the box. It's going to sit right there. It's going to have a thatched roof, kind of in a peak. And we can also use it as a bit of a launching point to get out into the windmill blade area initially. We are under attack, aren't we? We are under attack by Goblin. These guys are just kind of swinging in over time, which is a little annoying. I mean, luckily I have kind of plenty of infantrymen right here to deal with it, and you know, they are being forced to walk all the way around at this point, so they're not much of a threat, at least not yet. But they're just trickling in, essentially. You need to go back to a wood chopper because I need to maintain a high amount of lumber, because building takes a whole bunch of it. Caitlin, a level 4 blacksmith? Question mark. You know, I'm gonna have to change this person temporarily. Well, not permanently, because not really gonna do anything else for us if she's a blacksmith. We only need 1 of those. Let's go ahead and make them, you know, preemptively make them a farmer would be good, as we're going to gain another farming territory. That way we just need 1 more farmer, and then we should be good on food pretty much for the end of the series at that point. Construction, roofing. Let's get our thatched roof going. There we go. Those will hopefully look real nice. Definitely one of those things that you don't know really until it's done. But hopefully the use of different materials is going to assist us with that. I just want to see what it looks like from down here real quick. It's a little boxy for what I usually do, but at least the base of it. I'll see if there's any way I can eventually maybe upgrade it and work on exposing some of these flat surfaces to different layers. There's transition I'm okay with. Just down here, it's a little rough. And we need to decide what to make this windmill blade out of. Ooh, there's a wood log? Wow, I didn't even see that. Okay. Wait. No, I still can't. I can't wait until they unlock these blocks here. Or if they're even unlocked yet. So I can make a actual kind of octagon-like item. Move. Please. There we go. Starbuckle's doing his thing. Okay, he took a hit. Not a big deal. The thing died in the long run. Ellie blocked it though. Goblins, they're just everywhere all the time now. Okay, so we need some scaffolding at this point. So I can keep access to this roof area. Bring up our walls. Full timber walls here. Just like that. Leave kind of the center point empty, because that's where the center of the windmill blade is going. I'm thinking about making a double windmill blade, and I'll build one first because it takes a little while. But if you guys want to see a double windmill blade, that might be cool and a little bit more unique looking. Roofing, we need some thatch. And I'll probably be doing a skip just so we can get to the end of this build, because I do want to move on from the windmill and the storage shed. Pretty much at this point, we've spent a couple episodes working on this area. I want to work on this last farm, get its last kind of farmhouse going, and then start working on the production district, which will be back here. And I think after that, I need to build an inn at some point. I need to build some type of something. I don't know what. You also notice in the Great Hall, there's still a lot to dig out here. I've been kind of avoiding doing that. That's definitely something on the list, though, for sure. I'm adding side rooms to the Great Hall for maybe potential storage, or I can make them bedrooms technically if I wanted to. But you guys can definitely let me know if you have any ideas for these two little side rooms. Great Hall is not going to be much bigger than that, as my phone rings pretty much right there. Thank you, that. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up the windmill. Alright, so here it is. This is the finished windmill for now. You know, I'm excited to hear what you guys think. I kind of ran out of room for the upper roof, so that's why it's a little bit more of a shallow slope than the other one that I've built before. Though I am thinking about starting the roof maybe a block or so lower, just so I can get that kind of more eggshell top on it, rather than this just 45-degree. Almost, I guess you can almost say this is like a Spanish roof on top of it, which doesn't really look right to me. But the windmill blade is on it. It looks pretty good. I like the way it turned out just fine. I am also going to need to add something to this side of the windmill. I might end up extending this out a little bit just so we get another variation and another shape off of it, rather than just a perfect box, because that looks a little boring to me. But I think it turned out alright, at least definitely for a first pass. And yeah, I think that's gonna do us for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. If you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more creative goodness. Go ahead and hit that like button, leave a comment down below on what you want me to build next, or if you have any suggestions. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.